Hello and welcome to another new school video. I'm Tandy, and today we're going to be playing a little bit of Emergent Ultimatum. When this deck was in standard, it was very powerful. Tutoring up three things and having your opponent choose two of them for you to cast is pretty incredible because there's just so many different combinations of cards that lead to their demise. So in a lot of ways, Emergent Ultimatum is essentially 7 mana win the game, which is honestly pretty terrifying if you think about it. Alongside Alrund's Epiphany, any two other cards are very likely to stick, and you can either choose to have those cards do pseudo combo kills against your opponent, or you can have them so that they're very good as standalone strong spells. So what we're going to be doing today with it is we're going to be finding Alrund's Epiphany and then usually two other things. But instead of that, we can also choose to go get things like the Tarrasque, which effectively cut your opponent's life total in half while killing a blocker. Peer through the Abyss, which also cuts their life total in half. So the combination of Peer plus Tarrasque is pretty terrifying. And then as the last card, it can be Alrund's Epiphany, and it's usually game over in a lot of ways. If your opponent gives you Epiphany, Peer into the Abyss, you just Epiphany and then Peer into the Abyss yourself. Get to draw half your deck, and you probably get to do it again. Ones with the Multiverse is another card if your hand is gummed up, where you can tutor for this, and it'll allow you to continue the chain. So give your opponent the impossible decision of Peer, Tarrasque, plus one with Multiverse. They kind of have to give you one with the Multiverse, and then you just get to cast another Emergent Ultimatum from hand. The Tarrasque has Ward because we are casting it, and it has haste as well. So we're going to kill a lot of people from 20 life with Peer plus Tarrasque, or we're going to put them in a spot where they are just in a ton of trouble. We have a bunch of singletons that we can tutor up, like Valky, God of Lies, in situations where we just want a card advantage engine. We can also just hard cast the Valky because we are playing one Zaitor's Proving Ground. We're fighting that off of Binding of the Old Gods Chapter 3. Other than that, though, we are Yorion deck. We're going to be kind of cruising through our deck early with Joint Exploration and Omen of the Sea. We're going to be countering and killing our opponent's stuff with Jwari Disruption, Go for the Throat, and Power Word Kill. We're going to be ramping a bit with Wolf Willow, sweeping a bit with Extinction Event and Shadow's Verdict. Got a couple of Shark Typhoons on the top end, and then a couple of big boys to tutor for. Now, Sheoldred plus Peer through the Abyss is also lethal, so you can go get Sheoldred, Peer, Alrund's Epiphany, or Sheoldred, Peer, one with the Multiverse, and then if they give you one, you get to cast Emergent Ultimatum again. There's a lot of damned if you do, damned if you don't situations with Emergent Ultimatum, which is honestly why it's actually pretty high on my list of things that could potentially be banned in New School. I think that the card poses some serious problems, some existential problems, where 7 mana win the game. Should that be a thing that you just get to do? And alongside Alrund's Epiphany, which might be the true problem card, it puts your opponent into just a lot of spots where it just doesn't matter what they decide. They're always going to lose. So our sideboard has a bit of pivoting into a more mid-range control shell with Hullbreaker Horror and 2 more Shark Typhoon. We have 3 Mystical Dispute and 3 Duress against combo and control. We got 2 Shadow's Verdicts to go along with the 1 in the main and the 3 Extinction Events to help out against creature rush decks. A couple Elder Gargoyles to top out the curve against those creature decks. And a Yorion that we can use to blink Omen, Binding, and maybe a few other things. So this is Sultai Emergent Ultimatum. Let's go ahead and run it through some matches. We're here for round number 1 with Sultai stuff. We do not have green for Joint Exploration yet, but we are going to keep. We can just cast it on turn 2 if we want. We can also hold up Epiphany. We can do a lot of things. You don't even know what all I can do. How to sequence here. All right, well, I'm going to go for the turn 2 Jwari Disruption hold up, I think. Maybe Mini Pet. We can also play a bunch of there's not Tectonic Edge. There's not Field of Ruin. What's the new one? There's the new Field of Ruin that's pretty good. If they don't do anything, I'll likely go ahead and join Exploration to dig for a land drop naturally. Fertile Footsteps. We are going to counter this. We want to slow them down a good bit if we can help it. Teamer Adventure is also something that could be very scary. We'll play Seagate Restoration tapped, and we'll probably just join Exploration, looking for green source for Binding. So if they play something next turn, we can binding it maybe. Ooh, so you can play Field Ruin and the new one. What's the new one called? Something Demolition maybe? Alright, looking for a green source. Not for binding specifically, just in general. We do need 3. Let's bottom the Shipwreck Marsh. Let's bottom the Ultimatum as well. We need lands more than anything. So we're just gonna probably go for make a 2/2 shark would be my guess. We can suspend this later. We can suspend and hold a powered kill though. Maybe that's the schmoove. How many green sources are in the deck? I feel like we have a ton. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 8. Yeah, we have a ton. I guess we're just a little light. Maybe we don't have enough. Perhaps we're burning the powered kill a little too early here, but I want to keep them a little light on mana, and I want to use my mana efficiently. I'm not sure if they have too many uses for the goose going late, other than just making mana, but Tear the Peaks, much rather have a kill spell for that. This is very scary. Alright, let's look for a green source here, so we can binding this next turn. Bottom both. Alright, well, we'll cycle Shark Typhoon. We might die this turn. This deck does some really cool stuff with Terror of the Peaks, Genesis Ultimatum, and such. They may play around Genesis Ultimatum, or they may play around Jwari Disruption with Genesis Ultimatum. We'll probably cycle the Shark Typhoon just to try to hit green. We can also Time Walk next turn if we need to. I mean, there's just nothing we can do. We just didn't draw an answer to this. I mean, we could have just not killed the goose, I guess. Topiary Stomper is pretty scary. Green source? Sorry, we'll draw a Ziator's, I'm sure. Tap green source, chat. Who called it? Who called it? All right, let's go binding. And I'm going to go ahead and buy the Yorion. I'll hold back to block. This is the format you could have, chat. We could be ultimatuming all day, every day for the next 9 months. All right, we're going to block. Kind of can win next turn? Yes, kind of. Kind of. We can go Yorion, or one with Multiverse Yorion. Can power the Terror anyway. Ooh, that's a reason, I guess, to not play it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, let's go get an untapped land so we can play Lair. Oh, it's tapped. All right. All right, Deathcap Glade. All right, so let's go cast with the Multiverse. We can blow up one of their creatures. I guess I should have blinked a 1 as well, because after we draw, we could play an instant. I guess we'll just say go. We have the ability to play go for the throat off of this, right? Once during each of your turns. Okay, so we cannot go for the throat. All right, so we should be in the clear now. All right, so let's go black, green, 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 blue, blue, black. So let's cast it hard cast, right? And then maybe we'll win with 1. Okay. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. All right. Do we want dispute for just Genesis? I think they're very creature dense, so I'm not sure how good duress is going to be, but I think dispute could be great. I also think Hullbreaker Horror is kind of messed up. Switch Gaming, thanks for the raid. Appreciate you. Welcome to the channel. I'm Tandy. They have a lot of creatures that are all like 1/3/5, 1/3/5. So Shadow's Verdict, Extinction Event are both pretty good. Power Word Kill doesn't kill the big dragon, so we're gonna trim them. And then, we're gonna trim some of the cheeky shit. We're just gonna try to win with value cards off of the Emergent. That way we don't have bad draws. I don't mind the one multiverse. I feel like we can just ramp into it pretty easily. And then it'll save us from a bunch of their stuff. Yes, everything is free for now, but that could easily change. I don't think we need 6 sweepers. We'll just bring in 1 more. All right, Yorian, reveal. We do have the green for the joint exploration, so we can do that. We'll keep. We'll go turn 2 Omen, turn 3 joint exploration. Looking for an extra land to ramp. If we find another black source, we can potentially Shadow's Verdict on 4. That'll clean up a bunch of their early stuff like Gooses and Bone Mans and such. All right, we found the black source. Great. So we'll go EOT Omen. I agree with Ladoja. That seems pretty sweet. Fertile Footsteps is fine. Top 2. We'll keep Ultimatum. I don't love the idea of Shark Typhoon in this spot because they're not being aggressive. They're just ramping. Stone Brain. Okay. Well, now I'm glad that we cut all that shit, right? Because they'll just name Ultimatum and then it's fine. Do we get anything from... Do we get to draw a card if they name the thing? All right, that's fine. So if they name Emergent Ultimatum, we can just hardcast all of our stuff and win that away. That's the plan. I feel like this card's going to see a lot of play. We're going to have to be prepared to fight it constantly. But that's why it's important to have cards that are all good on their own. And that was one of the strengths of the deck back when it was in Standard. All right, so we get to draw a card. Now we have Drawer Deception, which can counter the 7-drop. And we'll just win a normal game, right? Cast the kicker, blue, green, 1. Let's see. Top both. All right, we'll buy Yorion. Yes, I agree, Viper. You gotta. It's important to have a nice, healthy balance. All right, so we have the Jawari for their emergent or their Genesis Ultimatum, so we don't got to worry about it too much. Hauls our land is fine. We could play Valky frontside just to see what's up over there. That'll give us better information about how to sequence our next few turns. This also might turn on like Stomp or whatever, which we can. Oh, Ugin's very scary. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so they're gonna go for Ugin next turn, and we have the Jawari for it. All right, we will go ahead and just pay 2 for a disruption. That might be a GG, honestly. It's easy to feel defeated after that happens, for sure, for sure. All right, so now we'll just get Hullbreaker Horror down and ride that to victory pretty easily. We'll just wait till end step so that they can't really kill it or counter it. And then we get to untap with so much stuff, including go for a throat targeting Goose to bounce a spell that's on the stack. Goose is fine. We can also Shadows Verdict away the Geese. They can also just cast Beanstalk Giant here, and we can just not care about it. We'll show them who the real boss is. Hull break some horrors. Imagine trying to beat Hullbreaker Horror. Sheesh. Alright, so we'll go Shadows Verdicts. That'll kill my own Valky, but then we'll return the Beanstalk Giant to hand. Should have left open a black, but now we have go for the Throat plus Disputes. Mostly the Disputes. We just let this resolve, and then we'll cast Yori next turn. Alright, we'll just counter and then kill him with Hall, right? We'll just bounce the food. And we'll attack with the Hall for the win. I don't think any 1-mana thing can stop either of these. Dispute's fine, right? Dispute on our thing. And then they lose the food. We can Yorion bounce this and attack for 7. Blink the Omen. It's so hard to beat Hullbreaker Horror with this on the table. If you cannot kill it immediately, it's very hard to win the game. Yeah, maybe Viper. I'm not sure about the mana yet. A little more green sources would definitely help out a bit. All right, top 2. We'll keep them both. We'll top the Omen in case we want to draw it. or in case we want to cast it. Goose is fine. Now they'll play the 7-drop. We can go for the throw for this and bounce the 7-drop. It doesn't really matter. They're just dead to everything. All right, GG. All right, we'll be on the draw here. Reveal Yorian. Our hand is okay. We have the ability to Extinction or Shield Red early. We're going to keep. Let's hope we don't get run over. Rock on Triumph, okay. Seem to be done in an hour. Probably have one more match after this. I usually quit around 5 o'clock to go cook dinner and stuff. I got to make some pasta tonight. All right, powered kill. Great draw. Now we can kill something on 3. I might go a little later tonight, though. Callie's not feeling so well, and if we end up just ordering for dinner, then I'll come back. I got to go check them. All right. I don't want to buy Yorin because then I'll have to discard, so we'll just chill. So we're playing against some sort of enigmatic deck, I'm sure. Or not enigmatic, but some sort of leyline binding deck. Me and Doom gonna co-stream tonight. Maybe. I haven't talked to him since earlier. If he's still in chat and wants to play against me all night, that's fine. I'd love to just battle Doomwake on stream constantly. Doomwake's great. Alright, drew an Omen. Should I just play the Shield Red? I'm just gonna play Shield Red, I guess. Should I? I feel like it's just giving them a juicy target for leyline binding. What if we don't? What if we just go Omen plus whatever? We'll just chill. Cycle Herd Migration, okay. Cool card. Alright, sounds good. All I got's decks that I've been playing already, though. I don't have much new stuff. I'll play you all night. That's fine. Alright, let's go for Omen. Bottom both. We just want land drops at this point. Wolfwillow's great. Alright, let's go Wolfwillow here. We'll say go. Another herd migration is more than fine. Alright, bunch of cycling. We have an interesting game going on here, chat. Neither of us wants to blink first. Let's go Disruption tapped. And we'll go EOT Shark Typhoon for a bunch and to untap one with Multiverse and hope that it sticks around. This card's not legal. It's alright, we'll play the game out, but that's not a legal card. It's alright, just side it out. It's okay. Joint Exploration is also a card you can play instead. That's just growing pains of a new format, though, baby. Ain't no worries. It's okay, Smurl. It's gonna happen, right? Alright. Is this card? Yes. So Narset the Ancient Ways. +1, make a mana, gain 2 life, only can cast non-creatures. And then -2, you do some head ass shit. Makes a white. Alright, nothing to it. Let's cycle this thing, make a 4/4. Wish I had left open an untapped land. Let's go attack Narset for 4 though and see what they do. And then we'll maybe jam Multiverse. Okay. No interaction. Interesting. We'll take it. It's not going to be able to bounce though, which is nice. Danny, how do I get on in this testing? I've got the Discord and my 75 ready to go. Well, Ty, we have a looking for game area on the Discord, LFG. You're more than welcome to play against me next, though. I don't think anybody has next currently, except maybe Doomwake. Doomwake's got perpetual next once we start our heads up battling. That won't be for a little while though. Whenever Doom's off of work. 5 mana. All right, herd migration. That one's fine. 5/3/3s. Should have probably used that with herd migration. Would be my guess. Binding is fine. So we can kill the binding with the trigger on the stack. With the Beseiju. Oh, they're binding the Wolfwillow Haven? Okay. Interesting. So these don't fly or have reach, right? Okay, so we'll attack and kill the Narset. And then I'll go one with Multiverse. And then Epiphany. Wait, let me make sure. You may cast a spell from your hand or the top of your library without paying mana cost. Okay, so we can't Epiphany. So Epiphany is free. We only have 2 black, so we cannot play Shieldred and Extinction Event. So it's probably Multiverse plus Extinction Event. We'll just cast this. Pretty good. All right, so we'll go Alrund's Epiphany. We'll go Extinction Event and Valky. Done. Not the bad hit off the top. They're at a little too much life, so I couldn't have gone for the trash shit anyway. And also we're post combat. Alright, so let's go cast this first and then this one. Alright, so we'll go Even Stevens are gone. Then we'll time walk. Top cards Hall. See, we'll play the time walk. Cast the Shieldred. Should have played the Hall. The binding's not that scary, so I don't really want to Besage you it. We'll hold it for later. Should have played the Hall. That was just a mistake. We just attack for a ton. I feel like I'm gonna get Wrath next turn. Like, we could have played Yorion and Blink stuff, but I just don't really want to. I can just wait until after I get Wrathed. There's probably a better Emergent Ultimatum also, but Time Walk and a Wrath seemed fine, and then Valky seemed fine otherwise, right? Solve the equation, so they search your library for what? Depopulate? Okay. Alright, so let's go cast from the top. I'm not going to use the ability, so we'll put it here. And then now we cast this with the ability. We get to reset it during the end step if we want. Done. Is this lethal? I haven't counted. It seems very close to lethal, if not already. 9? Okay. Let's see. Both these auras can go on to forests. Omen will bottom both. And then we can... Oh, we could have cast this during our end step. I have 6, though. Small mistake. Hopefully it doesn't punish us too much. If you free cast Wolfo, then it was lethal. Yeah. Missing lethal and stuff, I'm not really too worried about. We're just trying to see how the cards interact together. All that shit just comes with more experience in the format and learning how the cards work. I honestly just don't know how all the cards work together yet. And, like, it's been a lot of fun figuring it out, you know? We could have also, yeah, we could have just cast that during end step. All right, let's play this. We'll go blue, green, blue. Cast with kicker. Bottom both. Put a land card. We'll do the Hall. We'll go cast with Multiverse. We'll kill the spirits. They'll need multiple removal spells here. 2 cards left in hand. I can't imagine they have the ability to stop both, but it could be like Shark Typhoon plus... Oh no, I guess that's not it. It just has to be 2 removal spells. Alright, make a big thing. Nice. Alright, move to sideboard. We're going to bring in, again, our things that are kind of good on their own. Shark Typhoon and Hullbreaker, Mystical Dispute, some Duresses. We're going to cut the Powered Kills. We'll keep Go for the Throat and some number. We're going to cut a bunch of the Sweepers. Maybe have one of each. I like Hagra. Don't love Pier. We can cut Restoration. We can cut the Tarrasque. I think one with multiverse is okay. It was certainly cool that game. Just hard casting it and doing stuff with it. We'll cut most of our removal. I think that's okay. Sweet deck. Thanks, Cosmic. I think it's pretty sweet. This was a Viper brew that we tweaked a little bit, but overall, most of the ideas were his. All right, so we got Zagoth keeping this. We got Zagoth into Omen into kick joints. Love it. I do like Killer Best of Sea God, but I think it's only going to be good with Vorinclex tie. And the fact that they can kill Vorinclex in response just means it's a bit weaker, since they're just like a bunch of 2-mana removal that kills it. That 2-mana removal wasn't as prevalent in the standard where it was good, and so we just have to find different ways to kill. But I think Hullbreaker Horror is probably just the answer. We just play one Hullbreaker Horror in the main deck, and then that's our out if we ever really need, you know, 3 just insanely powerful things. It's Epiphany. Let's see, we want both of these, so we'll just top. And now we can go Exploration into the lands. Into Binding or double Foretell. Epiphany. Yeah, Hullbreaker, Epiphany, and Valky. That's like a pretty good 3 against like your grindy control decks. I'm not a huge fan of the Tarask or the Pier into the Abyss, so I'll probably be cutting one or both of those from future build. All right, let's go for joint with kicker. Well, bottom. Maybe we just top. Actually, we just want all our lands, and the Beseju is like pretty sweet for killing the enchantments. I don't think we need a 4th black, so we'll play this on green. We'll just say go. The binding land comes into play tapped anyway, and I'd rather save that for a planeswalker, so we'll just go for a cycle shark on 3 to block. If they can make a 2/2, that's fine. We're not really afraid of too much here, so we're going to go ahead and make a 3/3 and cycle. Go for the check on the 2/2 and the 1/1. See if they have a removal. If they do, if they're burning a removal on Shark Token, that's perfectly fine with me, right? This usually means that it's targeting something that's not that scary. We'll take 3. Now we'll go Wolf Willow Binding, and then we can start chaining things next turn. We'll just blow up a shark. Instead of casting Binding, we could have just foretold both of these, but the pressure on our life total is not irrelevant. And if they tap out for something here that's a threat, like a Teferi or whatever, our multiple time walks into Ultimatum is going to be pretty tough for them to beat. I could just go for Ultimatum. It's going to find me a way to interact pretty easily. All right, so they draw a card. They did not find a counter spell or mana to play it. All right, we'll get the Zayator in case we naturally draw what you call it. I will just time walk twice and then Ultimatum after. It's basically free, so might as well. So Ty, on Arena, there's a mode you can do to challenge people with cards as they stand. But that is an argument currently that we're talking through where it's possible that we just need to ban everything that's been banned or nerfed on Arena so that the formats sync up easily. But I really want to stretch the legs of the format, you know, to make sure that it's not too strong. All right, so let's go 3 of these at Teferi. I want old cards to be able to check stuff, right? Is the goal. All right, so let's ultimatum. So blue, green, black, green, green, blue, black. And we'll go get Epiphany, Valky, and Hullbreaker Ore. Now, Wrath is pretty bad for us, but we do have the other Hullbreaker Horse, so it's not that bad. All right, so let's go cast, and then cast Tybalt. Exile the top 2. Can we cycle this? No. Okay. Well, we can cast at any point, which is nice. All right, Hal, sounds good, brother. All right, so Tybalt's going to take the 1, and then we're going to get Wrathed. But then we have Tybalt's. All right, all of our creatures are dead. That's fine. We will plus a bunch of lands. Guess we can play Ketria and then Herd Migration. We get a bunch. I think 4. We'll say go. All right, so we're currently at 8, so we can ultimate if they don't have an answer. Kind of like an embarrassment of riches here, right? Just have them covered from every angle. Our hand's also just super good. Next turn we can play Hullbreaker. Well, we can go Shieldred plus Hullbreaker. Reconstruct history. I don't even know what that does. I see, I see. Okay, so if I just ultimate, right? I think I'm great, right? Because now I can just cast any of these cards. I have 4 red. Wait, why do I only have 3 red? I thought it was 4 red. I guess it's only 3. We can just cast Valky again. All right, we'll just attack for 12 and say go, and then we can use multiple joint explorations and mystical disputes to balance any spell they play with the Hullbreaker. We'll just say go. Whooping that ass, chats. All right, so we will just go joint with Kicker, and we'll return the depopulate back to hand. Hullbreaker horror, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine. Imagine. Let's see if we win the die roll. We did. We'll be on the play here against Tyler. I'll be on the play. My opener is medium. All my lands in are tapped, so no 2-drop for me, but at least we're on the play. I'll lead with the guaranteed tap land since we don't have that many swamps in our deck. Selfless Savior. Retro. At least it's green-white, so that means they're probably... We'll go Death Cap on 2. That way we can go Dreamroot, Haven it, plus Jawari or Omen. Maybe they're Winota, though, is what I was trying to say. Alright. That was a great draw. Let's Wolfwillow. Pass the turn. We'll draw just about anything. Brutal Cathar. Now that's something that I don't really want to. We're gonna Omen. I think I'm gonna just Extinction Event these two, but I might just wait. We do kind of want another land. All right, we'll probably just Extinction Event. Since we have the 2 spot removal spells for the follow-up. Should have also probably played Jawari there. So let's go odds. I guess next turn we can removal spell and buy Yorion. Definitely buy Yorion. We might have to main phase the spell to flip Day-Night correctly. Winona. Winona riding. One arm bestie. PWK. All right, let's go tapped. Throat ya. Here we go. We'll just kill whatever they play OT, untap, play Ultimatum for some heaters. We got black, black, blue, blue, green, green, green. All right, sounds good. Every show. All right, so we need black, black, blue, green, green, blue, blue, Ultimatum. We'll go get Epiphany for sure, and then we'll go get maybe Sheoldred plus Pierre. So we'll be done. And then if they give me Sheoldred Pierre, we'll stack it so they die. And if they give me Time Walk plus Pierre, that's great. Time Walk plus Sheoldred is okay. See, this is the problem. So Time Walk plus Sheoldred is the very obvious give because it's not that scary, but it gives me like a Time Walk. So maybe I should just get Tarask instead. All right, so let's go. Doesn't matter. I guess we just attack first, and then we'll blink the Sheoldred to have another blocker. Yeah, the Trask would force the block, and they would be at very low life. But I don't want. I didn't want to just ding myself for 10, right? All right, so we'll do Yorion. All right, trigger on. We'll draw a card. Blink Shieldred, Omen. Occasionally you can blink the Wolfalo to gain a mana. I've done that a couple times. Alright, let's go bottom on the Beseiju. Let's go top on the Extinction event just in case the worst of the worst happens. But we definitely should have done something besides the Shieldred and the Pier. But all that leads me to believe is that the Pier Shieldred, it can't be Pure Shieldred, right? It has to be Tarask Pure Shieldred, and then they'll always give me Shieldred plus Pier. Or no, they always give me Tarask plus Shieldred. I think that's okay. Alright, let's attack first. If I can kill the Tovolar, I'm not going to burn the Extinction event yet. Alright, I'm fine to just make this trade. Alright, so we'll go for a threat test in response. Make a 2-2 to block. We're going to go to 4. We're very unlikely to die. I guess Winota is potentially lethal. Maybe I should just have Extinction event for safety. Extinction event for safety makes the most sense, probably. That was just a mistake. Because Winota is just like crazy powerful, right? Alright, so these two are getting in, or this is getting in, so they're just dead if I just attack with the flyers. I guess they have the food token. So they block here, they take 2. Draw a card in case we draw something cool. Removal spell, something. Bottom. I have played a land. I could just Extinction event even. I think I'll wait. I'll give him 1 sweat on the Winota. It's unlikely I die from 29, and then the Extinction event can also just get me back into the game. But if I Extinction event on even, I don't have lethal next turn. Chariot's fine. Chariot's nothing. Alright, we'll block. Attack with the flyers. Alright, so we resolved Ultimatum and it wasn't game over. I think I have to find... I just don't know if Pure Shieldred is a thing. But maybe Pure Trash Shieldred is a thing. Maybe that's just what we need it to be. Alright, so they are... Winota will bring in Shadow's Verdict. That'll clean up everything that's small. I don't really want Duress. I do kind of want Hullbreaker Horrors. I'm going to cut Tarask 1. Pure Seagate. Shieldred, maybe? Gargoth seems okay. Shark Typhoon seems medium. Alright. I think the trick is to just make sure that your tutor targets for Emergent Ultimatum are just really good on their own. I think that that's the trick. Chat, if you're looking for a place to play New School, make sure to join the Discord. It's a new Discord server we started about a week ago, and it's popping. People are really enjoying it right now, myself included. All right, well, This is a bit wonky. The Hagra Mauling is definitely putting us in a weird spot. We're going to keep, though, and just hope that we draw an untapped land for turn 2. I think we just need to play more pathways, you know? We just need more lands to enter the battlefield untapped on turn 2. We don't have enough. We have 5 Triumphs and 4 Deathcap Glade and 4 Sunken whatever. We just have Dreamer Cascade and Deathcap Glade. We just have a bunch of these. Even Castle enters tapped a bunch. Hall enters tapped on 3 a bunch. Alright, well, this is certainly a spot where we could end up getting annihilated. But they can't play Winota and attack this turn, so we at least have one more turn of breathing room. Next turn we can play Hagra. And then hold up removal with powered kill for the Winota. Selfless Savior is very scary. Alright, I don't really want the thing to flip. I'm going to main phase powered kill the Gilded Goose. This is going to keep them off of lands. But if they go land Winota, I thought they might protect it. But I guess there's no reason to. Selfless Savior is the key, I think, to making Winota truly good, just because it protects it so cheaply. Critical Art not attacking is very strange. Definitely should just be attacking for 2. Alright, we don't have an answer here. Alright, you win. We don't have a land or the answer, so we'll just move on. Too many lands intertapped. We just needed to have something to do on turn 2. If we had been able to Wolfwell Haven on 2, we would have been in business. But, I mean, the Selfless Savior is very good against my deck, for sure. Protecting the Winota is clutch. Alright, we got the verdicts. We do not have a second land, though, so we'll mull. We have a no-lander, we'll mull. We'll keep. Gonna put back probably Gargaroth. Just want to hit my land drops. We'll play Zytor's first into Hall to hold up Jawari. I think putting back spells there is important just because hitting land drops means that I can actually keep up. You know, if I miss land drops, I'm just going to die. And I don't think a 7 drop is going to save me before I'm already dead. No play. No land, no anything. Alright, well, I'm going to cycle Triumph or play Jawari Disruption. I think buying Yorion is wrong. Just holding up Jawari seems great. They might not do anything. They might just make a Goose token. Either way, I'm pretty happy with the turn. Because it's just going to be walk into Jawari or Lotus Cobra. That's fine. Lotus Cobra is weak in that deck, I think, just because you don't hit land drops very naturally easily. All right, let's play Bark Channel on blue on green, and then I can play Go for the Throat on something. If I target Goose, I think I just say Go. Naturally drew the land. Champion. Jawari is much worse now. Archon. Okay. All right. Let's kill the Archon. We can just play Valky if we want. Dang. If I had known I was drawing that. See if I can take their Winota from them. They don't have Winota. All right, we'll just wait for them to play out all their odds, I guess. And then we'll... Extinction events. I didn't want him to go land plus Kenrith. I think that would have been pretty scary. Everything else is beatable. Chariot's pretty bad for us, but if they pop the Goose to do it, it's not that big of a deal. Spellbinder, it's fine. Can make Extinction cost one more, but that's okay as well. All right, we'll just say go. I could just Extinction event to kill Spellbinder and Goose, but the Archon is like actually kind of annoying. Next turn I can just play this for 7. What's up, Sartoglo? How are you? MTG Cribs, welcome. All right, Doom. I think I'm getting kind of tired, man. I think I'll probably just raid you if that's okay. 4 hours usually my limit for just playing Magic straight. All right. All very scary. What can we do? All right, sounds good. I will just say go. Yorion hopefully is going to provide us with some blocking. We know they have 2 Archon of Emir in hand. Neither are terrifying. Winota is something that I'm very afraid of at all times, basically. Archon can be good. Make a Goose token. Play an Archon. Oh, Brutal Cathar. All right, what are they going to target? So now we just name Odd. Maybe we have to name Even. All right, we'll take 8. Brutal Cathar is not usually that good against our deck, but here it is particularly strong. All right, so we can go Binding. We can do Binding and Extinction events. So so we can do both. So we can either, let's see. We name Even first and then Binding. Yeah. So we have to Binding first and then we'll Extinction events. If we name Odd, yeah, okay. All right, we'll Binding first and then we'll name Odd. We'll get our Yorion back. We'll blink the Binding. We'll come back. We'll kill Lotus Cobra. And then Valky next turn can turn into Kenrith. And then we'll have Kenrith against Archon. And we'll just start gaining some life, things like that. We'll go to 2 block. Get a land. We have this. We can flip this and maybe gain some life. I might block as well, just depending on how things look. So they can't play another spell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this costs, what, 5 to transform and then 3 to gain life. I don't have white, so I can't gain life. What can I do? Put counters on stuff? Reanimate stuff? Alright, I think I have to block, actually. Just because we don't have white mana. We'll go to 2. Or go to 4 instead of 2. They do... Oh, they get their Kinrith back in hand, though. Maybe that's scary enough. Alright, let's attack for this many. Alright, now if they draw a land, they can play Kinrith plus give it haste and we die. There's not a whole lot we can do about it. They're at too much life too, so we're not even going to not going to come close to killing them anytime soon. Innkeeper is fine. Now we just got to draw something. They can't play another spell. This is not a one-sided effect, so... This is one of the downsides of playing Archon in those decks a while back. Alright, we'll block the token. We'll take it from there. They're just going to play another Archon if we don't. Alright, we did not draw it. So we just go, say go. Drawn a few too many lands, chat. Not a lot we can do here. We did mull to 5 this game too. I think we should have maybe gone to 2 and left Valky and just transformed into the Kenrith. Alright, so they can give haste, but we have the Hall to block and the Yorin to block, so we're not dead. Since it doesn't buff, it just gives haste. Alright. So untap and draw something cool. Wrath effect of some kind. Alright, let's see if we can draw a removal spell. We can play it on upkeep to kill the Kenrith. Binding, we got a bottom. It's not good enough here because we can only play the one spell. That's game. Alright, we'll GG on that one. Okay, so the Emergent Ultimatum deck. So here is what I would change, right? I would cut this cheeky stuff, this top end. I would play a 4th Epiphany. I would cut Hogger Mauling. I think this as a 4-mana spell is just too much to do too little. I like the Valky. I like the Shark Typhoons. I love boarding in more. I might want to play 3 main to help pay off for the lands. I would trim the Lair of the Hydra, the Hive of the Eye Tyrant, and just play 2 Hall. I would add in a couple more pathways. I would cut Castle Lochthwain, and I would add more pathway. Elder Gargoth was whatever, didn't draw it, didn't need it. And if the de facto aggro deck is Winota, I don't think Gargoth is where you can be. I didn't love Extinction Event. I felt like it was a little too weak. Did not answer the things that I needed to answer. So that's something to keep in mind. Duress and Mystical Dispute in some number is probably fine. I'm just not sure on the actual number. I would get some Hullbreaker Horse into the main deck. I think that card is unbelievable. I think there's very few things you can board into that are better than Hullbreaker Horror. And it's almost always going to be good enough in game 1 as well. Especially with Omen of the Sea, Joint Exploration, things like that. Removal spells. It is the card that you want. You don't have to play any of this cheeky stuff. Just play good cards. Anyway, that's it. That's going to be it for the stream today, chat. Thanks for watching us play with some new school. We're testing out the format because we have a $500 free open on Wednesday night. I'll be streaming the event. I'll be doing some mini commentary over some of the matches as they're being played, but I'm going to be playing in the event myself as well. I don't know what I'm playing yet. Should be a lot of fun. If you're interested in getting on the wait list for the tournament, it's currently capped, but there are people on the wait list. We will be having tournaments in the future as well, so make sure to check those out too. Anywho, that's going to be all for Tandy. Thanks for watching today. We'll be back tomorrow playing some more New School. It's been a lot of fun, and I plan on doing this a lot in the coming weeks, so if you're tied to Standard and you want to try something new, give New School a try.